when I was about 10 years old, I remember walking through the mall and always watching those little Zippo display cases, and I would always want one. My parents would never allow me to have one, and I think it was a good call. Because I was a very destructive kid. That would be my playtime. I would burn stuff or just create little fire weapons, find new ways to start fires. So maybe not providing me with a new way to make more fires was pretty smart. I am now 25 years of age and pretty responsible, I would say, with my fire usage. I would like to make that my younger self a little happy, and I made a little stop at a shop that I know just happens to sell a couple of Zippos, and I went there this afternoon around 3 p.m. and I purchased this right here. Now, it was not from a Zippo vendor. It was inside of like a gold and silver place. And I tried to ask if it was brand new, and it looked like it was brand new. It had the seal and such, but it had a finish that made it look like it was pretty used. Either way, I was happy with it, because I'm not going to use it to do anything really, but I really wanted to just own it and have it so I can use it. I went ahead and purchased this as well, because without it you can't make it work. We have this package, paper. Almost wrapped like a fancy steak, For something like this, I think it would be maybe a 7-ounce steak. Definitely reminds me of butcher paper. I also love the design, which they've chosen to use to wrap up each individual item. I'll go ahead and set this aside. Maybe leave it for another day. First, I see here that I found a receipt. That says it cost $15 plus $124 in taxes. So I'll set this aside as well. I won't be needing that anymore. Which, just to mention, I think that's a pretty good deal on a Zippo. The case almost feels like leather. Very nice to the touch. And like I said before, the finish on the actual Zippo makes it look like it's been used for months and months. But in the back, we still have a seal. Now, I know that things like this can be faked, but I just don't see why somebody would go the lengths to fake a Zippo being new or not. Either way, I'm very happy with my purchase. And hopefully everything works out. Since I did buy this Zippo from a vendor that wasn't in a mall or anything like that, I don't know the exact age of this lighter. Upon opening the lighter, I see that the flint doesn't look burnt, really. It almost looks intact. The top has no residue of leftover lighter fluid. So I would say that this really has never been used. The inside of it definitely tells me that it has never been filled with fluid or lit by any sort or way. It's quite an interesting finish to a Zippo. But we won't really know if it works until we try it. I've been told that you should not light or try to strike one of these. Sorry about that. To try to strike one of these while dry, you would prefer for them to be wet. So I do have the lighter fluid right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some in. Hopefully the flint has not given out on me yet, or overall, hopefully there is a flint. I can't really tell if it's there still, but we shall see here soon. We're gonna find out together. I'm really excited. I'm really happy for just being able to have this. It speaks miles for my younger self, to already want to fidget with something. Yeah, definitely ASMR at its core. Let's go ahead and try to put a little bit of this lighter fluid now, while I try to figure this thing out and not cause too much ruckus, I would like to encourage you to try to remember something that you really wanted as a kid that might seem insignificant now. It's like, why would I get one of those? But the point isn't what it does or how much it is to keep you and former you happy. Yeah, that would really I think you would appreciate it. I think you definitely would. I will go ahead and try this now. Without banging all over the table. Now, if I want to check the spring, I want to open up the flint, but sometimes when you open it up, it flies out because of the spring that is holding it. There is a little screw right here, okay, and you can remove that spring. When you remove that spring that's attached to the screw, when it comes out, it's keeping pressure on a flint that's being pushed up a little bit like a pencil, like a lead pencil. So once it's being pushed, it's coming up. When you open it, it just goes, pops, which doesn't make too much sense in my head because pressure is being pushed up, but I didn't pay too much attention in school anyway. So let's try to fill this up and see if we can make it work. Definitely don't want to pour lighter fluid over the Blue Yeti. I believe that you do just pour it on top, just like that. Hopefully we are not wrong. I don't see anything coming out of the bottom, so I think we put a good amount. I'm gonna go ahead and close it back up. I love that smell. I'll go ahead and remove the other things here from the table so that we don't end up banging something on the corner and making a loud noise. I do remember when seeing these that you have to shake them. So we'll give it a nice little shake, and we'll try to light it. Although I think before we try that, we're gonna put a little bit more fluid. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like those videos of... Wait, hold up. Do I need to lift this up? Oh no. Oh yeah, okay. Somebody was probably screaming in the comments, but that's it's okay. We live and we learn. Okay, that seems a little better. Okay, yeah, it definitely seems a little bit better. We'll go ahead and try it again. I'm going to remove this from the table just to be safe. We are close to the microphone. And I'll proceed to give it a nice little shake. I can feel the fluid. Now, I see everything is nice and moistened. You should be able to light up now. If there is enough lint here, we're not going to get a spark and it won't light up. But I'm hoping that the flint has not corroded after all this time and been eaten away by time itself. So, let's try it. I can't, I did not notice, but the cap is also on fire. I am guessing that a little bit of the liquid got on the top, so it was warming up, which is totally fine. I work with jewelry every day, so touching something hot isn't new. I'm okay. But I would definitely say to be careful if you're ever filling one of these up for the first time yourself. Overall, couldn't be happier. This is very simple, but it means a lot to me. Thank you for joining me today in this little journey. And I hope to see you another time. Have a blessed day.